Steven Adams loves the children, and he spent all summer proving so. Steven probably just been riding around all summer just bumping Trick Daddy. Ooh. Steven love the kids. Ooh. Steven love the kids. Let's get right to it. Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun. What's happening, YouTube? It's HushBoy, and you tuned in to HushBoy Sports. I know a lot of y'all out there have been like my boy Chassis, who hit me up on Twitter and was like, hey, Hush, what's up with Steven this offseason? Talk to us, man. Well, here I am, Chassis. I'm here to give y'all a Steven update. During the NBA offseason, most NBA players live on their social media. They're tweeting, adding stories to their IG, living their best life, posting every workout, because we all know if you don't post your workout, it never happened. It's the beauty of living in the day and age we live in today. Players are more interactive with their fans today than they've ever been before. Basically allowing us fans to take a sneak peek into their personal lives. Thank you, technology. What a time to be alive. But on the other hand, Steven Adams is not like most NBA players. During the offseason, he's very low-key. In fact, he's one of the most low-key players I've ever seen. He's been basically living off the radar, popping up periodically on Twitter, mostly to tweet about UFC fights. And ironically, one of his cryptic UFC tweets just so happened to come within 24 hours of PG-13 getting traded to the Clippers. And all of Steven's followers on Twitter, including myself, went into a frenzy, thinking he was hinting at himself being traded. Steven followed up with this tweet right here, letting us know not to panic. We can calm down. But Steven's tweets are far and few in between. Steven ain't tweeting that much. And his IG account is no better. His account only has 2 posts in the last 29 weeks. Steven has been incognito. I have no idea what he's been doing this offseason. But I know one thing that Steven does every offseason, and that's go back to his home country of New Zealand and take care of the children. Steven goes back home in the summer so he can run his high school invitational and his camps. And thanks to Steven Adams Camp's IG and Facebook page, I have a complete rundown of Steven Adams' summer of giving back. If it wasn't for the Steven Adams Camp social media pages, I wouldn't have any footage of Steven. So thank you. You the real MVP. Make sure y'all go follow him on Facebook and IG and tell him I sent you. And before I get started with this video, I just like to warn y'all. I'm from Mississippi and I'm country. And I've already slaughtered a lot of New Zealand words already. And I'm sure I'm about to slaughter some more. I would like to apologize in advance to all my Kiwis out there. Y'all know my heart. But enough of these apologies. Let's hop into the summer of Steven. Wham! First, let's take a look at the Steven Adams High School Invitational. Steven invited 48 of the most talented male and female New Zealand high schoolers for a week-long camp. These youngsters will learn what it takes on and off the court in order to earn a scholarship to play in the U.S. and eventually make it to the NBA. These young players got an opportunity to learn from New Zealand's top coaches and mentors, including Steven. And thanks to Steven and Sports Pathways Trust and other generous sponsors, this entire experience was free. And in conclusion, the camps ended with 2 nationally televised games that were played right before the NBL semis and finals. During day 1, the players went through an introduction with Steven, the coaches, and staff. They received their training gear, uniforms, and off-court clothing and shoes. Then they head to their first classroom session with Willie Apaita, a former corporal in the New Zealand Special Air Force. On day 2, the players had 2 on-court trainings. The second was conducted by Coach Braswell, who is from America, but earned his stripes in the NBL as a player and a coach. The students also had a classroom session delivered by Glenn Denham, a former New Zealand basketball player, and Carol Bashford, the deputy principal of the Takabuna Grammar School, and they educated the athletes on the importance of an education, the requirements for NCAA eligibility, and GPAs. Day 2 concluded with guest speaker Kurt Penny, who talked about his time playing in New Zealand and overseas. On day 3, the players were in the gym early, working on fundamentals and communication. Gotta work on them comms. After the training, the athletes completed a video interview, a personal profile, and completed the Takaha Value classroom sessions. But they didn't go through these sessions in a regular classroom. No. They went through these sessions in a mobile Mack truck classroom. Shout out to the Takaha Foundation and crew for always looking out. Give yourselves a round of applause. The Takaha Foundation is a portable school connected to a Mack truck that they take all over New Zealand to any school who's interested in having them. Upon arrival at the school, they teach young students who are still in their molding years and reconnect them with their language, culture, and identity to help instill resilience and self-belief. To be honest, we need something like that in my country. They take this portable classroom to every city that Steven visits. So these youngsters not only learn basketball skills, but they also learn life skills. That's what matters most. On day 4, the players were in the gym working on their ball handling, in-game situations, and position play. They were joined by 2 talented and experienced coaches. Piero Cameron, a former New Zealand basketball player and coach, and Shay Hara, the New Zealand U17 girls basketball assistant coach. On day 5, the players caught a 6 a.m. flight to Christchurch. After they settled in, they went to the Pioneer Stadium for their first training on the court they would play their weekend games. And day 6 was game day for the girls. The senior girls had one more training session before their game later that day. The senior boys headed out to the Eastgate Shopping Center and the Christchurch streets with the MyFM crew to promote the Stephen Adams High School Invitational. Now it's game time. And the game was televised by Sky TV. The senior girls put on the show and the game went all the way down to the wire. And after the game, the senior girls even sung happy birthday to Stephen. The big Kiwi turned 26 years old. And day 7 was game day for the boys. The senior boys had one more training session that morning, and later on that day, it was game time. The senior boys also played a great game, and it came down to the last few possessions. The gray team came away with the victory. And to close out the Stephen Adams High School Invitational, 2 seniors were given a $5,000 scholarship for showing great leadership on and off the court and being great student athletes. Now that high school invitational is a lot, but do you think Stephen was done giving back? No, sir. Next, Stephen and his crew went on to do 3 camps for kids ages 8 to 17 for free. They even had OKC Thunder assistant coach Dave Bliss at these camps, passing on his knowledge to the coaches and kids. And you know everybody was wanting to come to this camp. And due to the size of the venues, they just couldn't teach everyone. So to give every kid who wanted an opportunity to train with Stephen a chance to, they gave a couple cities 2 separate camps. So instead of 3 free camps, Stephen and his crew actually did 5 free camps for the children. The The camp started off in Invercargill on August the 16th. The next camp was in Napier on August the 20th. Third and final camp was held in Whangarei on August the 24th. Now, all this giving back couldn't have been made possible without a team. So I had to give a shout out to all the contributors who helped this summer of Stephen be a success. The ABSL donated all the basketballs. The Canterbury Rams supplied the team vans. The 2 $5,000 scholarships were given by Whatever It Takes and Meadow Fresh. Meadow Fresh has been a major supporter for the Stephen Adams camp for the past 4 years. They've provided hundreds of loaves of bread, yogurt, milk, cheese, and other goodies to the camps for free. And a big thank you goes out to the Takaha Foundation. And also, Stephen has a fundraiser fashion show and auction event. They're held to raise funds for the Sports Pathway Trust. And that Sports Pathway Trust is used for the camps and the high school invitational. And again, make sure you go to Stephen Adams Camps on Facebook and IG. Tell them I sent you. Give them a follow. Because this video would not have been possible without them. The 2019 Summer of Stephen has been a major success. Just the look on those kids' faces is priceless. And that's what it's all about. Giving back to the next generation. Each one teach one. And even though we can't give back on the same scale as Stephen just did, we can find some way to give back to the next generation. Main thing you can give them is honest advice and hope they listen to you. All we can do is try to show them a better way and try to prepare them for life, because life is hard. But no matter how hard something may be, if you prepare for it the right way, you'll be ready for it. And that's what Stephen has been doing with these camps and this high school invitation. He's getting the next generation of young New Zealanders the tools they need to succeed in life. And he giving them tools for free. So shout out to Stephen, the whole crew, the Takaha Foundation, all the sponsors, everyone. Y'all the real MVPs. Because in the words of Mr. Randy Watson, I believe the children are our future. Thank you. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. You gotta give them a sense of pride. That's the end of this video. Hope you guys liked it, because I sure did like making it. If you did like it, make sure you hit the like button for your boy, man. Show me some love. While you at it, you might well go ahead and subscribe to me too, man, because as you can see, I'm working. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. And if you want some of that sweet Hush Boy merch, like this shirt right here or this Stephen shirt right here, make sure you go to hushboysports.com and go get you one. But in the meantime, in between time, y'all be cool like y'all be cool, man. This is Hush Boy, and I'm out this thing, man. Yonder.